Hey, what's up everybody? It's the Crypto Ginger here. Just thought I would go over a couple of key articles that I think are very important and also things that we should most certainly be doing our own research on to look into and prepare ourselves, because right now, guys, regardless of how you feel about it, there is absolutely a global debt that's taking place right now. And if you are familiar with what's happened in the past as far as like other debt crises, for example, the 2008 debt crisis, globally, it had an impact on everyone. In the United States, it definitely had an impact on everybody. And if we are to be expecting another global crisis, we should easily look into finding ways to prepare ourselves for this, especially if we are a little bit ahead of the game. An article such as this kind of puts us in that position there to be ahead of the game. Now, I want to go over a couple key things here. And this article states that financial experts have already come out and spelled the upcoming financial crisis in 2020. Now the International Monetary Fund, which is known as the IMF, is warning about another financial meltdown. Now, before I go any further, guys, if you want to know more about who the IMF is, or again, the International Monetary Fund, this is their website, the IMF.org, and it states here, the International Monetary Fund is an organization of 189 countries working to foster global monetary cooperation, secure financial stability, facilitate international trade, promote high employment and sustainable economic growth, and reduce poverty around the world. Their main purpose is to ensure the stability of the international monetary system, the system of exchange rates and international payments that enable countries to transact with each other. So again, basically they're a huge entity that has a lot to do with the global economy for sure. And going back to this article here, it states that the causes for concern raised by the IMF include a dramatic rise in lending and failure to impose tough restrictions on asset managers handling trillion-dollar funds and insurance companies. The global debt levels have reached well above the time of 2008 crash. Christine Lagarde, IMF head, shares that the total global debt has surged 60% in both private and public sectors, reaching an all-time high at $182 trillion, which is another concerning point. Now, guys, I'm going to quickly jump over here to this site because this is the U.S. debt clock. You can easily access this by going to usdebtclock.org. This will give you a listing of all your top countries that have the very largest and the most debt right now. And of course, look who is number one, the United States. So if anybody is going to be heavily impacted, it's going to be these top countries right here, especially the United States. So keep that in mind, guys. If you ever want to check this out, look that up. I'll leave a link in the description below. But going back into this article here, it's important to discuss here the fact that furthermore, within this article, says that this is all making government companies of developing worlds more vulnerable to destabilization, which, according to Lagarde, should serve as a wake-up call. It goes on to state that Bitcoin and crypto could play a role. Now, I'm not going to go too heavy into what kind of cryptos outside of Bitcoin we should get into, because whether you like Ripple or not, they are a major player when it comes to cryptocurrencies and could potentially be a major player in resolving these particular kinds of crises here. So, as the article states, Bitcoin and crypto could play a role. So think about it in the fact that Bitcoin and XRP, for example, or we can go with your favorite coin as well. But the article states that IMF also talks about the rapid development of digital currencies like Bitcoin, along with digital trading platforms, as in IMF's Chapter 2 of the Global Financial Stability Report. They quote, despite its potential benefits, our knowledge of its potential risk and how they might play out is still developing. Increased cybersecurity risks pose challenges for financial institutions, financial infrastructures, and supervisors. These developments should act as a reminder that the financial system is permanently evolving, and regulators and supervisors must remain vigilant to this evolution and ready to act if needed. Now, I think this is so interesting because guess what else has been going around as far as cryptocurrency news? Things such as this right here. And this is an article talking about crypto to be classed as commodity. In a recent press release, the CFTC the Commodity Futures Trading Commission revealed that the U.S. District Court for the District of Massachusetts ruled digital currencies to be classified as commodities. So we already have the interest of not ruling, cryptocurrencies as securities, but commodities. And of course, in the article, it goes here to state that this is an important ruling that confirms the authenticity of the CFTC to investigate and combat fraud in the virtual currency market. This ruling, like the one in McDonald from Judge Weinstein in the Eastern District of New York, recognizes the broad definition of the commodity under the CEA, and also the CFTC has the power to prosecute fraud with respect to commodities, including virtual currencies. We will continue to police these markets in close coordination with our sister agencies. So they're basically stating this is a commodity. So again, going back to this article with the IMF, what they're potentially saying is that, we need to look into cryptocurrencies, but we also need to make sure that we are looking on every level as to how this can be a safe haven for cryptocurrencies. And that's kind of what they're specifying at the very end of this article. The upcoming financial crisis is coming, according to experts. And this is putting up the question if Bitcoin will become the safe haven among the crypto enthusiasts. Well, if the CFTC is already ruling cryptocurrencies and Bitcoin as commodities, well, there is the very good likelihood that cryptocurrencies could potentially be a safe haven. So going into this right here, you're going to start seeing more articles like this right here. Coinbase adds Wall Street veteran Dodds to its board of directors. Now that's interesting. Why are people moving from Wall Street into cryptocurrencies, and more specifically Coinbase? It's because I believe they know a lot of things that we simply do not know when it comes to the economy and what could potentially be happening to Wall Street. We already have heard that stocks are at their all-time highs. They're doing very well, but we've also heard from other experts that we could potentially start seeing that particular bubble in stocks burst. And if that happens right alongside the fact that we have this huge global debt, we could potentially see major companies end up in the same position as countries like Venezuela and Turkey, where their currency has become so hyperinflated that it takes hundreds of thousands of dollars to go grocery shopping. Hopefully that is not the case. And like I said, these are just little bits of news that I would imagine are forewarning for those of us who are already either invested into cryptocurrencies or looking to get invested. And if they're giving dates such as 2020, when we can expect to see something major happen with our crisis, I would imagine that's definitely something to keep in mind, guys, and we should absolutely be acting on that. Now, please keep in mind, I'm not a financial advisor. None of what I'm providing here is financial advice. I'm just trying to tell you there are warning signs being floating around everywhere, especially with articles such as this right here. When you're seeing people move from your traditional means of economy, and coming into the cryptocurrency ecosystem, that should be a warning sign for sure. Something else here, guys, we're starting to see a lot more countries that are getting on board with cryptocurrencies, launching ways for their citizens to get on board to cryptocurrencies much faster. And SBI's Ripple powered Money Tap app launches in Japan, and Abra announces Bitwise 10 token. Basically, this is going to allow people in their country and anybody that's able to use Money Tap to get into cryptocurrencies significantly faster. And of course, from my understanding, Money Tap is something that they're hopefully incorporating as a major country implemented type of approach. So if that happens and we start seeing countries like Japan start going not only on a digital level, but more specifically into a cryptocurrency involved country, I would imagine we're going to start seeing all your major companies hopping on board with that. Again, we've already started to see articles that talk about people from Wall Street jumping into cryptocurrency, such as this article. So keep all that in mind, guys. I know that I previously posted a video regarding the potential for seeing Ripple XRP as the represented coin or currency for the 2020 Olympics. Why do you think that number 2020 is populating everywhere? I think that we're going to start seeing more regarding that date and time when it comes to things such as the debt that we're dealing with and a potential crisis with that. And one last thing I want to end on, guys. Go to CoinMarketCap, check out the listing here. Just see which cryptocurrency looks the best for you. Do your research on that coin. Keep in mind, guys, when you deal with coins such as Bitcoin, with the price point of it being at 6,500, that is something that is not established for everybody to be able to get into and just simply buy one particular Bitcoin. Also as well, there's a small amount in regards to the supply by comparison to other cryptocurrencies. So the idea is find the cryptocurrency that you feel is the safe haven for you. Again, this is not financial advice. What I'm trying to incorporate is that if we are potentially capable of experiencing another debt crisis, and we can experience banks possibly closing your bank account because they're fearful that people are just simply going to pull all their money out, that has happened, people. That has absolutely happened, and rest assured it will happen again. And that means you do not have control of your fiat currency, which means also as well you should find ways to take control of your finances, take control of your money. Be your own bank. Please look into this. Do your own research, guys. Again, if you are interested in looking into cryptocurrency, go to the site, CoinMarketCap. Just look at the coins here, the top 10 coins. Find out why they're performing so well. Find out why more people are investing in these coins, and then pick the one you think is the very best for you, and at least as the start of your investment vehicle. Outside of that, guys, keep your eyes open for any more literature that you might see and start reading on it regarding upcoming events that happen to deal with maybe the financial crisis. I can't express this enough, guys. I really can't. We are definitely going to be seeing something detrimental to the point that it could affect everybody globally. And what better way to, at least keep your money safe as a safe haven than getting into something like cryptocurrencies, especially, guys, one last thing here. This CoinMarketCap listing here, to tell you the whole entire market cap in general, we're sitting at just over $218 billion. Earlier this year, 2018, we had reached roughly around $850 billion. We're in the trillions when it comes to the debt, guys. Trillions, which means that if trillions of dollars were to be dumped into the cryptocurrency market just for the sake of fear, because they don't want to be dealing with the loss of their fiat currency or their money being taken away from them, if they dump that money into the cryptocurrency market, we're going to see numbers, astronomical numbers that we've never seen before. Because again, the highest the cryptocurrency ecosystem has ever seen was, again, roughly around an $850 billion total market cap. So keep that in mind, guys. Absolutely keep that in mind, and do your own research. Thank you for watching. And hey, if you enjoyed what you saw, please hit that like button. And also, if you want to get it spread out to as many people as we possibly can, share this out with everybody. Also, guys, if you're new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. This channel has been growing so fast, and I couldn't have done it without you guys. One last thing, if you want real, up-to-date news on any of your favorite cryptocurrencies, please download that free Berm app in the description below for either Android or iPhone. Once you're here, you can check out any article that is listed for any type of cryptocurrency, and Berm will also reward you for liking or disliking any of the articles there with what they call Berm coins. They will eventually add up and will be allowed to be traded against other cryptocurrencies once their ICO is over. If you would like to have an additional 150 free Berm coins, simply click on the little me icon at the bottom, click on invite friends, and where it says redeem tokens, type in this code, hit redeem tokens, and you are rewarded with 150 Berm coin. Thanks again for watching. Have a good one.